Good evening, I'm Jeff Lyons. This is the 14First Alert Weather Show at 9 here on Sunday night, June the 14th. We're almost halfway through the month. We have some great weather to kick off the week, but it is going to get a little wet and stormy by the end of the week. I'm watching your comments now on the 14 News Facebook page. Well, that's interesting. I wonder if our camera went down. It was showing a picture earlier. Well, we'll go ahead and move on. And what we're looking at here, at least in the short term, will be partly cloudy skies and temperatures falling into the middle 50s overnight. And our next chance for rain comes up Tuesday, but the better chance for showers and thunderstorms actually hits Thursday and Friday. It may be a little heavy rain then. A lot will kind of hinge on how things come together. One thing that seems to be happening, at least so far this season, is our models tend to forecast rain for around here. We've been talking up these big rain events and they kind of fizzle out. So, I'm taking everything with guarded optimism and, we're still a few days out, so we'll see how it goes. This is the severe weather outlook for Tuesday, which is when we're expecting that rain. We're just in the area of general thunderstorms. And the timing for the showers, we go through Monday with no issues, and then by Tuesday afternoon and evening, a few showers and storms may breeze through here and produce a little light rain, scattered rain across the area. Now earlier, if you were watching the 5 o'clock news, that thing looked a lot more impressive, and that's what I'm talking about. Our models have been pretty helpless, or not helpful, for the past few events. We have gotten rain, and we will likely get rain on Wednesday, but Tuesday, but the details are not being handled well by any of the models at this stage. Right now we have 68 degrees out there. Our dew point's at 52, so we will chill out tonight into the upper to mid 50s. We still have a little humidity left out there from earlier rain, although the winds have shifted around to the northwest. So we got a gust today of 30 at Evansville Regional Airport. That probably came with those showers this afternoon when the wind direction shifted. We had a weak cold front or trough that came through. We dropped to 69 this morning, and we hit 81 just ahead of that rain that moved in around, I guess it was around 1 o'clock or so, maybe noon. For temperatures, we are cooler than we were yesterday at this time, and our low and high temperature today were more or less in line with where they should be. The high was a little cooler than the average. If you look at the month now, we're solidly in the 80s, as we typically are in June, although we stand to put a yellow day or two in there with highs in the 70s tomorrow, and we only had 0.04 of an inch with those showers that came through this afternoon. So the month, we're still about 3/4 of an inch behind where we should be for rainfall. On the bigger map, high pressure is starting to sink into the central plains. You can kind of see where the high is, and then we have rain moving in now on Washington, D.C., New York, all the way up into Maine, and then down to the Florida coast, and then additional showers kind of scattered along the southern rim of the United States. That cold front is providing the focus for showers and storms to the east. High pressure will continue to move through and give us a nice day Monday, most of a nice day Tuesday, but a few showers will likely pop up. The better chance will be north of here, closer to that cold front. And then after they go by, we get another day Wednesday without rain, but the winds will shift, so it's going to get real humid again, and that will lead to a better environment for showers and thunderstorms on Thursday and early Friday. The high temperature will peak around 87 on Wednesday, then pull back a bit, but we will stay pretty much within the normal range once we get past Tuesday. And you see the longer range here going through Thursday and Friday, with showers noted there on Thursday morning and afternoon, and then another chance of rain maybe early Friday morning before things dry out, and then at the end of next weekend. That's the GFS solution. The European was a little not as rainy. You can see the GFS here really going crazy with rainfall totals. And one of the things we will watch for Thursday, Friday will be the chance for heavy rainfall. Now remember what I said, though, these models have been over forecasting rain for the tri-state, and we haven't seen nearly as much as they have depicted, especially several days out. On Thursday morning, the European has some rain moving in, similar to the GFS, and then rain exiting to the south there Thursday night, but lingering, and maybe a few showers Friday before we clear for the weekend and get rain early next week. So in general, both of those models have a similar setup this week with the days that the rain will occur, and of course we can't put a fine point on timing this many days out. But the European also more conservative. We've kind of been following the European guidance on rain amounts and have at least not been as disappointed with the lesser amounts because it tends to be closer to what's fallen. 50s tonight, up to 78 tomorrow, partly sunny. And then you see showers and thunderstorms there on Thursday, our best chance of the week at 70%. Then tapering off Friday and dry for Saturday before rain returns on Sunday. The temperature outlook is cooler than normal. You see those 70s tomorrow will pull that average down for the week, and a little wetter than normal too. Our pet pick tonight, that's Sawyer. I might have wanted to zoom that picture out just a little more for Sawyer, but I thought it was kind of funny up close like that. So while you're looking at Sawyer, I'll look for your questions and comments here. See what we can figure out together. All right, here we are. Well, we have our loyal following here. There's Lenny Howard. Hey, Hannah House is on. Hi. Lord Gray, nice evening out. Not too hot, not too cool. I agree with that. Zach Seitz is on. Jeff Miller needs some rain. See what I'm talking about? So hopefully you'll get some this week, Jeff, but keep watering. William Raleigh had 0.03 at the house, so you weren't too far off from the airport in my house either. Cheyenne Hammonds, thought we were in the day 4 Wednesday outlook, but not the day 5 Thursday outlook. We are, well, let me look at it again here. I've slept since then. Let's see here. I know we had something yesterday. Oh, whoops. It was actually in Terre Haute yesterday and early this morning. My son is a Special Olympics swimmer, and so the meet was this morning up at Rose-Hulman, and snuck back in here this afternoon. All right, let me see here. Oh, I see what you're saying for day 4. Yeah, so that we're in a 15% risk on day 4, which would be Wednesday. Today's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, and I didn't have a day 4 in there, but you are correct, and we could see, and that would be late Wednesday going into Thursday for the best chance of thunderstorms. Good catch. All right, let's see here. I got to get back to my controls so I can run things here. What else do we have? Missy Spriggs, what's the weather for tomorrow in Owensboro? It's going to be sunny and nice. All right, about 78 or so. John Radis, why put so much stock in models if they aren't reliable? Good question. I've been asking myself that question a lot lately. It's all we have, though. You know, I mean, otherwise we're just kind of looking at what we have now and trying to project out. It's not that the models are worthless. They do signal us on days we need to pay attention. But the details, it seems like in particular this year, they've not been as trustworthy here in the tri-state as they have in previous seasons. We've had some where it's kind of played out the way the model showed, but we've had others where it was way off. The big outbreak that happened was that Thursday last week. That actually showed up pretty well in the models. And the fact that the storms would weaken as they came into the tri-state also pretty well. But like yesterday, it was going great guns, you know, for widespread severe or wider spread, not an outbreak here. And then it didn't pan out. So we had a couple of warnings in Muhlenberg and McLean County yesterday. Byron was covering those, but yeah, I'm not sure what's up. I mean, there are a couple of ways to look at it. First off, it's the quality of the data going in to the model, and it's the quality of the model itself. And we've had reductions in the amount of data going in from weather balloons and that out to the west. And of course, we don't know how much that is or is not affecting the reliability of the models. I mean, common sense would say if you're putting less data in there, you're going to have, some gaps in the data on the other side. All right, let's see. Jay Helsley, how do storms look Thursday right now? Like we might get some showers and thunderstorms and maybe some heavy rain. Let's see. James Garrison, did Evansville get rain this afternoon? Yeah, just a little bit. It just kind of went through. And William Raleigh had a 1/4 inch yesterday. Samantha Duncan, what weather for Romp Week? Romp Week is still, that's a ways out, isn't it? Isn't that in July or August? I can't remember. If it's not this coming weekend, we don't know. Very windy day today. Tried to fish, but didn't go well. Yeah, I know. Well, we had that little trough came through, the winds shifted around to the northwest and got gusty out there just for a little bit, but we had kind of a steady wind most of the day. We got fireworks coming up on the 4th, and for Science Corner here, just something to think about. I think we all know how fireworks work. There's the rocket up here that has the shells in it. These are bigger fireworks now, but I guess a bottle rocket would work the same way. And then you have basically a lifting charge on the back, and when that thing is lit and the black powder begins to burn, it shoots out a small opening and forces the rocket into the sky, and then those pellets that are in the shells themselves are blown up, and when they do, there are chemicals in there that make different colors for the fireworks, and the metal salt compounds produce these colors only when they burn intensely, and they are elements, by the way, that will burn intensely in their salt form. So you have strontium, which makes the red, calcium makes the gold, barium green, copper chloride for the blue, and then you have strontium and copper for purple, and sodium nitrate for the gold. So when you're out there watching fireworks, and there have been a lot already, I think they're going to have them over here at Bosse Field tonight too. Hopefully the Clydesdales will be out of there before they start popping fireworks. But anyway, just chemicals up there. Good old chemicals. Ashlyn Emmons, so I think a moderate to high risk will be issued. No. Samantha Duncan, the end of June. Well, then we're coming up on it. Well, this weekend looks pretty good after we get the storms through on Thursday. So we'll see. Okay, I think I got everybody's question answered. So I will let you go back to your Sunday evening here, and I'll do the same. I'll have an updated forecast for you, including day 4 on 14 News at 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching.